Hello, my dear audiences, my dear fellow West Covinians. Welcome back to the show. Today, we're talking about West Covina School District in the East-West show, which is exclusively sponsored by Paul Battaglia, Italian brand name for men's suits, such as the one I'm wearing. Paul Battaglia, thank you for sponsoring back to the show. At this show, we're dissecting our school district and see what's inside layer by layer. And we found, number one, a bunch of excellent leaders. They are wonderful educators, elite educators of the nation. And there are 500 excellent teachers, right? And there are 13,000 kids, learning kids, and there are 15 schools, all right? And eight primary, 5 middle school, 5 high school. And that's why they keep them, such as Veronica, busy. Okay. And as a matter of fact, we're sharing about her programs. There are lots of wonderful programs. So there's one that I do not understand. What is the one-to-one laptop program?
So the one-to-one laptop program is actually giving actual laptop devices to our students starting in kinder. So actually it had rolled out this year, kinder through 3rd grade at all of the elementary schools. And we're looking to expand that each year afterwards so that every student has a laptop and a laptop at their fingertips so that they can use, and so that they are automatically very familiar with the use of technology.
Matter of fact, when I first saw this one-to-one, I thought it was a typo. Probably that was one-on-one, teachers to student like that. And later I found out, oh my God, SAE that refers to computer itself.
Computer itself?
One computer on one kid.
That's correct.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It is. But part of technology is the way of the world. And so in order for our students to be better prepared for the global society.
In other words, doing the job, you are aware of the cost of doing the job, right?
We are aware.
Because that's exactly what the future calls upon us to do.
Correct.
Exactly. And then, well, okay, now, but thing is that down to the very point, at the fingertips though, what do you actually teach a kinder at level 1 with the computer?
Well, I can actually tell you because my daughter is in kinder at Orangewood in a dual language program. So she actually completes assignments on the computer. They're actually taking tests on Lexia to help them with their reading levels. But not only that, they're reading from the computer because there are digital books on the actual computer through the website. So we're excited that some of these programs are being offered to these kids through technology so that kids are more familiar with just opening up a laptop, logging in at such a young age when it becomes so natural to them, because right now we're looking at kids who are they're digital citizenship that we have to address, but not only that, they grew up with cell phones.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Right?
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that we're actually keeping up just as much as they are innovative with their own technology, hand devices, but they're writing. So they're typing up their sentences on the laptop. They're researching on the laptop.
I see.
You know, kinder degree.
They are doing researching?
So what my daughter does, well, she'll look up words that she can't spell. So she's trying to spell them to make sure she has the correct spelling.
All right, it has spell functions there.
Correct.
Right?
And in dual language, some of the Spanish words that she's learning, she has to recall what some of the what the meaning is. So she'll type in the actual language.
She gets online.
Translate.
She Googles.
She Googles.
And you give her how old is she?
She is 6. She just turned 6.
Okay, say, honey, go online, find a nearby Starbucks for me.
Well, she's not that innovative when it comes to technology. However, if she's on the Google Translate, she can type in the word that she's looking for to make sure she knows the English translation.
Okay, what's the Apple for, what's the Chinese for Apple? Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they can do that.
So those are things that definitely she'll look at. And for Spanish, manzana.
That's an early start.
And they'll be able to hear the pronunciation through the Google Translate. So it helps them with that dialogue just as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, well, you really go all the way out.
Yes.
I can understand the program though, but to start grade 1 through grade 3, you're gonna deal with a bunch of cranky kids, right?
Cranky kids.
Yeah, wearing diapers.
No.
Some of them.
No,
I'm kidding.
Not at all.
What are the? Okay, we're talking about that already, and the. Do you have, what other innovative program to serve our students' needs, especially the special needs student?
Yes.
Yeah, do you have anything of that nature, please?
Yes, we have a very robust special education program in order to meet the needs of the individual children. One of the things is also what our district is doing is put together a reading initiative K through 3rd grade so that it really targets the kids to make sure they're reading at grade level by the 3rd grade so that special needs is not as necessary. So our critical focus has really been at the elementary levels, and our elementary teachers are working so hard, especially with the one-on-one, one-to-one program as well as the reading initiative, and they're seeing those benefits because when we make sure our kids are reading by the 3rd grade level, they're more successful in the secondary levels.
You're not leaving anybody behind.
Correct. Not leaving anybody behind. That's
hey,
right.
How about adult education? Do you do any adult education?
Not currently within our school district, although we have partnerships with Mount SAC. I'm currently working with Tri-Communities to refer students who prefer to look at adult education opportunities, trade school opportunities as well. So.
All right, okay, good. Oh, thank you very much. And my dear audience, we're over time already, but I really think it is worth it. And to my audiences who, especially you, when you have a kid though, you might agree with me. That is a great show. Thank you for the info. And we want to thank our audience for watching, and also to Veronica. I would like to thank you very much, and through you to all the educators in line and the supporters, the city council, and everybody who has done his part for West Covina education. So thank you again.
Thank you, Jack. That is a nice jacket.
Hello, my dear audience. Welcome to the East-West shows, exclusively sponsored by Paul Batanley. That is the internationally renowned men's suit for a brand name for 100 years. And if you haven't seen any of Paul Batanley, look at my jacket. So this is it. Okay, good. Back to the show. Oh, by the way, thank you, Paul, for sponsoring. Back to the show. Today, we have the pleasure of to have somebody from West Covina School District, Unified School District, visiting us, and she is Veronica Louise Maddock, and also known by Ronnie Maddock, and she is the principal for Edgewood Middle School, Edgewood High School, and the Edgewood School for Baccalaureate degree school programs at school. Right? So yes. Altogether, she has other hats, and I have to omit, or otherwise I have to cancel the show. Okay, good. So Veronica, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jack. I really appreciate being here.
Good. And I really recall Dr. Charles Himman of your school district. We once had a nice conversation at the show talking about your school programs. And today with the principal, such as yourself, and I feel more excited to get into the details, right? So once again, welcome to the show. To get into the point, though, I would like to touch some overall pictures, right? So how big is the West Covina Unified School District?
Jack, actually West Covina Unified School District serves over 13,000 students inside of our district, but also serves students from outside of our district.
So compared to other districts, so such as the nearby districts, so you're the largest, I believe?
We are not the largest. We're definitely considered more of a middle-sized district, but we do have a lot of programs that other districts do not have, which are our signature programs that we offer.
I see.
We do have 8 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 3 high schools within our district to serve all the needs of our students.
8, 3, 3, that's altogether 15. Right? Yeah, that's a lot of schools.
Yeah.
That's a lot of schools. As a principal of Edgewood High and Edgewood Middle School, though, how do you feel about the importance of your job, please?
I feel that it's important really to support my teachers. They're critical in making a lot of these programs operational and successful for our students. And their communication with families and kids and the care that they give to the kids' education is vital for growth and also for post-secondary options and opportunities for our children. They're really important.
Very important. Of course, that's very vital because without a first-class team of a first-class teacher, you're not expecting first-class kids, right? So that's by logic, right? Last time when Mr. Charles came in with me, we talked quite a bit about his program called the District Choice, School District Choice. So, and something new, something exciting, something never heard of. So I would like to hear something from you about it, please.
Okay, so District of Choice is really about giving options to families who live outside of our district, an opportunity to attend our schools because of the rich programs and innovative programs that we offer in our schools. Not only does Edgewood offer International Baccalaureate, but some of our elementary schools, such as Orangewood and Cameron Elementary, also offer the International Baccalaureate at the elementary level. So we have interest from outside of our school district, families and friends who would like to attend our schools. And so the District of Choice is an actual program that allows our students to become West Covina Unified School District students. From outside the district.
Right.
So if they live outside the district, typically they would attend their home district. But this District of Choice application process.
Okay, versus that though, what is the status quo without?
Without District of Choice, families would have to go through the permit process, meaning they would have to go through a process to be released from their home district. Go through that long process at each and every district that family belongs in, and then go through meeting with a director at that district to get that permit signed, and then return it to our district to sign for approval of admission to one of our schools in our district. So
there are lots of
huge process.
All right, there are lots of new immigrants who come along with their kids, right? So it used to be a situation when they do want to apply for a school, they have to show the proof of address, everything, with the utility bills, with a rental or a house ownership, whatever, or even grantees or something to indicate that they belong to you.
Yes.
Right?
So they have to show that they are residents within our West Covina Unified School District in order to enroll. So that was part of outside of District of Choice.
But no longer now at your school district.
No longer does that occur within the time frame because right now is the application process, but it does close in January 9th. So if applications aren't submitted by then they'll have to go through that process. Again. So they would actually have to go to their district.
In that case, I would let my editor know to cut this, to edit this sooner, so that the audiences can see for sooner to make their decisions before it's too late, right?
Yes, it's so important that they make a decision to, but if they're on the fence, to apply anyway, so that they don't have to worry about being closed off to that opportunity.
If they what?
If they want to go ahead and apply, but they're not sure what school they would like to go to, for them to apply, they can decide to opt out.
I see what you mean. They can get the name in, right? XYZ, and then later they will pick up which school want to go.
Right. So it's really important that families do need to know that if you live outside of the West Covina Unified School District, to make sure to apply, because if they live outside of the district and it's past January 9th, a lot of districts will not allow students to attend outside.
So when your baccalaureate programs go, it goes the same rules, January 9th?
January 9th, that's correct.
Okay, who are your target students?
Our target students is any students that would like to have a rigorous course of study, that they would like to acquire college credit in the future, because our program, as well as programs offered over at West Covina High School, the AP capstone program over there, which is a signature program, and our program is the International Baccalaureate. Our students who complete high school diploma also complete a diploma program certificate, and our students currently right now who are in the diploma program are being accepted to places like Harvard.
For the baccalaureate program, do you accept international students?
We do accept international students.
Oh.
But one of the things to consider is they don't have to go through an international program. They just have to live within our boundaries or be part of a district of choice.
Oh, yeah. In other words, do you issue I-20 for them, to them?
I-20, I would have to double check on that one.
Yeah, all right. That would be lots of interest to lots of audiences of my program, because they are the better off Chinese who are able to touch base with the mainstream society, including to watch my English shows and see my English publications or so on and so forth, and they're kind of probably more of your target audience than anybody else.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sure we can make something happen for the I-20s.
I see, very good. My dear audience, today with my friend Veronica Ronnie Maddox, the school principal for Edgewood Middle School and Edgewood High School, and also the international, of course, the school district international baccalaureate school, and you call the whole thing as a school, right?
Our whole entire school is part of the International Baccalaureate program.
I see.
From 6th grade all the way to 12th grade.
Wow. With her, we're touching base about the school size, the school, what's going on in the school. One thing for sure that you don't want to miss is that by January 9, if you register yourself with your kids or whoever, and you could have the freedom of choose the schools, right? You have the freedom of traveling within the school district, and you don't have to prove your address of whatever, something like that. Okay, good. Let's take a very short moment out. When we come back, we'll look into the programs, see what exactly is going on. Thanks to the fact that we have lots of educators, wonderful educators, and I call them a team with leaders excellent as Ronnie, that they are really making a difference, right? So we'll be right back. Hello, my dear audiences. Welcome back to the show. I would say, my dear fellow Angelinos or West Covinians, welcome back to the show. Today, we're talking about the West Covina show at the East-West, exclusively sponsored by Paul Battani. We thank Paul Battani a lot for supporting this kind of show, because we at this show bring information, try to imbue your day-to-day life, imbue our community with the necessary positive information, such as important as education, which is about your kid, our future, right? With me today is a school principal, a principal for Edgewood Middle School and Edgewood High School, and also the Edgewood School for Baccalaureate programs. And we have Dr. Ronnie Maddox with us. Please welcome once again.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay. And speaking of your school, though, Lou, my friend Lou Arredondo,
yes,
who introduced you to me, talking about your school district. In the school district, you have lots of award-winning schools.
Yes.
Who are they? For what award?
So we actually have California Distinguished Schools. Both of our high schools are California Distinguished Schools. Holland Crest is also. But not only that, they had also received gold ribbon. So actually, Walnut Grove, Holland Crest, as well as West Covina High School had received gold ribbon, as well as some of our elementary schools were also considered California Distinguished School. And we also have received our silver medal for being the best high schools in the nation, both Edgewood High School and West Covina High School, just recently as well. So those are some of the accolades and awards that we received.
That is very convincing, because the reason I'm asking, excuse me if I had said anything wrong, these days you really have to be careful about choosing schools.
Oh.
Yeah, because there are some bad apples, right? And I mean teachers, right? So something not supposed to happen happened, something like that, right? And also with the fact that I don't know if excuse me if I said anything wrong, especially for the past 8 years, when this country is on the left going too far, this far, talking about bathrooms, the third bathrooms. In your school, by the way, do you have third bathroom?
Currently, right now, third bathrooms we don't have.
You don't have. All right, I give you a plus on that, because that is very misleading. I anticipate the next legislature overturn it, because it is not a bathroom issue, it is a conceptual issue. It will mislead our kid about that. And then,
you're talking about gender neutral.
Yeah, the gender neutral.
We do have gender neutral.
You do have the gender neutral? Yeah, okay. I don't know what you want to deal with it. And as from my side, of course, my day-to-day job is just to give comment, right? Your day-to-day job is that to have problems taken care of, to have issues resolved, right? So we might come from different angles. But the thing is that we don't like it. I don't like it myself, okay? So that's why I'm asking. And what is the dual immersion classes starting in the kindergartens?
So the dual immersion classes that we offer within the school district is actually starting in the kinder class Spanish dual immersion. So actually my daughter and former Mayor James Thomas children attend Orangewood, and actually is a part of the dual language program.
James Coma is you what?
Is also has a student over at Orangewood within our district.
I see.
And learning through the dual language program. So they are learning Spanish 90% of the day, and 10% they're also learning English. And as the years progress, starting, and I believe it's third grade, it transitioned to an 80-20 down to fourth and fifth grade, where it's a 50-50. So our students, by the time they exit fifth grade, they will be literate in both English and in Spanish. And our middle schools also offer Spanish in our middle schools, all three of the middle schools. Our Edgewood actually is unique in offering Mandarin starting the sixth grade. So that is a benefit for the International Baccalaureate students, that they're able to learn Mandarin in the sixth grade classes.
All right, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Exactly. The past election, we had this proposition approved that we want to run dual language system at our schools. And that means that you guys did not even wait for that. You guys went ahead.
Went ahead.
Way ahead, right?
Way ahead. So
because this is what's happening now. It's not a you are going about to push a start.
No, our Board of Education has really supported us with these innovative programs to begin a dual language program, to have International Baccalaureate as well as AP Capstone. And with those, our students are performing quite well. Our scores are very much flown up on the flag post. We show off our scores very proudly. And with that, our families and our community has recognized the hard work that not only our Board of Education has done, but our superintendent and cabinet, as well as our teachers. So really, our teachers have been amazing with some of these programs in order for it to really function well.
That's quite a vision. That's quite a vision, because you guys look really ahead, not just in front of you. And honestly, we have lots of international issues to handle. Even in the job market, say 10 years from now, our kids might face competition out of nowhere, right?
Yes.
Traditionally, they have competition amongst themselves. And all of a sudden, there's a Chinese guy, there's a Mexican guy, there's whoever, right? So that offers them extra room of surviving.
They give a lot of opportunities and options for our students to elect programs that are not typically offered in other schools and other districts. So for example, we know in 10 years, we don't know what kind of jobs are going to be offered to our children, but we know technology is really the forefront of where our country is going, our world is going.
You know, Principal, especially in the city of West Covina or in the area of West Covina, where you find yourself so diverse, so you really prepare yourself, your kids, in a diverse way, so that later in the world, in the market, they will get themselves ready, which we call the diverse market, right? Something like biologic, right?
Right.
And
so
then,
the skills.
do you have the faculties to support that many programs?
Yes, we sure do.
Meaning teachers, right?
We do. Our board has been very generous in making sure to work in partnership with a grant that allows us to provide these pathways that are technology-based pathways, such as our video gaming design pathway, as well as video production pathway on our campus. But not only that, our high school, West Covina High School, has also programs that include architectural design, as well as engineering technology at that school site. So we want to make sure that we get that word out to our family and communities, not only within our school district, but really outside of our school district, to let them know that it is offered to them as well.
All right, and thank you for that. And my dear audience, we are really surrounded by wonderful people, wonderful educators, and to them I really want to salute, because if that happens about 10 years ago, my son will be benefited. Now it's too late, obviously. Okay, good. With my good friend Ronnie, we're having a good time. She's from West Covina Unified School District. She is a principal of Edgewood Middle School, Edgewood High School, and also for the Edgewood International Baccalaureate program they call school. And for that, they started the bilingual, the dual language programs since sixth grade.
It starts at kindergarten at the elementary schools.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, getting even better. Let's take a very short moment out. When we come back, we'll continue moving forward and see what happens at the other program and other grades. Stay with us. Hello, my dear audience, my dear fellow Californians. I would say my dear fellow Angelinos. Welcome back to the East-West Show, exclusively sponsored by Paul Botanic, a internationally renowned brand name for men's suit. Paul, thank you for sponsoring. Back to the show. With my friend Veronica Louis, we're touching base with WCUSD, stands for West Covina Unified School District. It's a middle-sized, tends to be a little larger school district, yet it is not their size, it's what they are doing that catch the eye of this show. So we are talking, that's why we have her invited here to share with us about the information. And I understand with me, on this list, I have this. What makes you do that? That's a question some audiences preset say, why did they do that?
So District of Choice really came out of families really wanting to enter into our school district, but had difficulty with obtaining a permit from their home district because their home district would deny them the opportunity to come to our schools to enjoy and reap the benefits of our programs.
Okay.
So that was one of the reasons specifically.
For many times, I touch base with your city councils, such as Lord Johnson, such as Tony Wu, talking about city planning, talking about city welcome to more immigrants, or to especially immigrants with money, investors, are saying this goes along. I know you are not under city leadership, yet you sometimes in collaboration or coalition, whatever. So do you work together with the city?
I know that actually Tony Wu had approached us in regards to the possibility of after-school programs on our campuses. So it's an amazing opportunity for him to look into that specifically. But there is a close partnership. They've invited our students to participate in council member meetings and shadowing a council member for the day, which our students really enjoy, as well as recognizing some of our amazing programs on our campus. Specifically, our academic decathlon has been named champions for 2 years in a row, and they're looking for a three-peat this coming year, and they were kind enough to make sure to invite and recognize them at City Council.
In other words, the school district and the City Council do work as a team, another team, another collaboration thing, right? Okay. And I believe with that, City of West Covina, which we base ourselves at home, we call our home, because EDI, the headquarters, is here. We are situated in West Covina. Anything happens elsewhere, we're happy. If anything happens here in West Covina, we're happier. Right?
Yes.
Something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you talk about this many programs, including the Baccalaureate, right? Do you charge any fees, or what kind of fees do you?
No, we do not charge any fees. Our school is a free public education, and that not only includes my school specifically, Edgewood Middle and High School, it's all the schools within our district.
No fees at all?
No fees at all. Our students are given free and appropriate education.
Even the baccalaureate programs?
Including the baccalaureate program. That's correct.
Okay.
And as we are rolling out one-to-one prom carts down in the elementary schools, it's perfect time for families to come on in, because we're moving into the 21st century technology-based education as well, with the innovations up in our high schools with architectural design over at West Covina High School, but also over at our school, the gaming program design.
That reminds me of the other day that I had a conversation with a friend of mine who is also an educator. He says to judge upon a system, if it has future, you really want to find out if it is give money to education. If it gives more money to education rather than more money to anything else, right? For example, you could, I hate to pick up those other areas because I get some complaints like that, but this is important, you're doing the right thing, right? And the ranging, you mentioned several times, K to 12. Is it really K, starting K level?
It actually starts at TK. So if,
TK?
Yes, 4-year-old TK classes are offered within our district.
The toddler.
That's
T
correct.
for toddler.
T for toddler, well, transitional.
No, I just assume T for toddler.
So T is considered transitional kinder.
Oh,
so
not toddler.
Nope. Nope, but I like that one.
I'm too smart, I guess. Okay, anyway. So it's a TK.
So it is
all the way to 12.
All the way to 12, and we're also looking at early college programs where actual colleges are offering courses on our school site.
Yeah, that makes the whole thing even better. But to go back though, you're starting from TK,
correct,
to all the way 12, adding up with the special programs, right?
Yep.
So in other words, you're going all out.
We're going all out. Not only do other schools, districts offer 5-year-old transitional kinder courses, ours really begin at 4 years old. So any families who wish to bring their children into our district of choice is going to be the best place for them to enter their students who live outside the district to make sure they have the opportunity to be part of that transitional kinder.
How many teachers altogether? I mean classroom teachers.
Oh, classroom teachers, that's a really
classroom
good question.
teachers of the whole school district.
I believe approximately close to 500 teachers altogether.
And how many students altogether?
Over 13,000 students altogether.
Over 13, just 13,000 versus 500.
That's correct.
You're probably better off. Something 40 kids. Something 40 kids, right? No, something 30 kids per. 32, yeah, not bad. And I go to other cities. I almost mentioned the city anyway. And I see some classes over 50, 56.
Oh, no. So our K through 3rd grade is really at a 25 to 1 ratio.
I see.
But not only that, our 9th grade English and math is at a 25 to 1 ratio also.
Okay.
So helping out with that transition from middle school to high school. So they're giving a little bit more attention related to that transition for 9th grade.
That's why lots of educators say the size of classrooms are very vital because it allows more communication between the teacher and the kids or amongst themselves.
There's definitely
even
a
the
feeling,
size are reasonably small, right?
There's definitely a feeling from the teachers that they feel as though it is really important to attend to that class size because they like to have that personal attention given to the kids.
I see. So, and my next question in this whole group though, any enrollment test or assessment? I mean, for example, your baccalaureate programs, any assessment?
No, there are no assessments that's required because really the idea and philosophy for International Baccalaureate is to accept kids who want to have that challenge, who are ready to accept it and be available to take on that International Baccalaureate learner profile. So to be good thinkers, communicators, be caring. So all of those pieces, if it's within a child's characteristic, they should be enrolling into our International Baccalaureate.
I would say my audiences would definitely need to find a website or something or telephone numbers. Have you brought anything along that? You can go ahead and mention it.
Yes. So our actual website for our district office is www.wcusd.org. And the district of choice information is on the left-hand side, and the application is also on the left-hand side for your convenience to fill out and submit in no later than Monday, January 9th, 2017.
Okay. In simple though, you were just talking about www.US West Covina School District,
yes.
right? West Covina.USD.
West Covina Unified School District.org.
Oh, there's no dot of the 5 letters.
Nope, no dots on the 5 letters.
WCUSD.org. That's it.
That's it.
All right, simple. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks to the technology. All right, you can go find the information there, my dear audience. Don't miss that. And your education as a kid. If you really care about your own kid, you probably really want to give it a try and to see the outcome. I see Tony Wu, councilman, Mayor Pro Tem, I believe, for our next term. He has a great idea of moving the city forward. Now we have the district talking about it. Together, let's make our tomorrow better, right? So we'll take a very short moment out. When we come back, we'll continue touching base with the award-winning schools. All right, so stay with us.